So you go around the avocado and the seed, and then get the pit of it out like that. Okay. So this is what all your avocados should look like, but you've probably been like me. I'll take this out. You've probably been like me and opened up an avocado and found that it didn't look like this. So why doesn't it look like this? Well, it could be many different things because there's all kinds of ways that you can actually make things. You can make them go south really easily in that whole process. So we said that if you want to hold the avocado hard and just keep it in storage, you hold it 50 degrees. If you put it at 32 degrees, which is just above freezing, it will darken the whole flesh. So maybe you cut into an avocado and the flesh will be gray. You could ripen the avocado until it's really soft and then put it at 32 degrees. Again, the same thing will happen. It'll just all turn incredibly gray. I would say if you're going to make guacamole for a big party and you need a lot of avocados, there's really only one place I suggest that you buy them, and that's in a Mexican grocery store. And the reason for that is that the clientele, number one, demands ripe avocados so that they always have ripe ones there or within a day or so. They have so much turnover in the avocados that they that they don't lose very many of them, and so they sell them for cheaper than in other places. And the other thing is that the people that work in those produce sections, they know you're not supposed to dump them out into a trough. Okay, and they know how fragile they are, and in lots of other grocery stores, people would just dump whole boxes of avocados just out into a trough, and that bruises them, they'll get all kinds of dark spots on them and all that. Dark spots are not going to hurt anything, so I usually mash them in unless there's a lot of them, and then I'll just kind of pick them out. So a couple of last moments about avocados here. I talked to you about the Guatemalan and the Mexican strain of avocados. There's a third strain of avocado that you will come across from time to time, especially if you ever travel to the Caribbean. And that variety of avocado is large, has a fairly tough skin, it's kind of round. When you taste it, you know that an avocado is a fruit, because it has a fruity flavor to it. It's super low in the oil content. When I said that the Hass avocado is one of our most beloved because it has that high oil content, that's because we're going to make most avocados into guacamole. And the oil content is what's going to give us that creamy texture. You try to work with with one of those Florida or Caribbean avocados to make guacamole, and you just end up with a pool of mush in your bowl. They won't ever come together. So that avocado is thought of more in the kinds of ways that you would work with a fruit. So use it in smoothies, use it in desserts, chop it up, put it into fruit salads. Those are the standard ways that you work with those kinds of avocados. Now, if you're going to make this thing into guacamole, I have a couple of recommendations for you. One is don't ever get near an appliance. Okay, so nothing electrical should ever touch it. So I know there are people who say, oh, you just throw it in the food processor and pulse it a few times. I say don't do it, because you're going to get a looser texture than if you hand mash. I like hand mash because I think it gives you the sense that there are pretty pieces of avocado that are still in there. So I use an old-fashioned potato masher because that's the most efficient. That's what we use in our restaurants, even though we go through cases and cases and cases of avocados every day. We still mash everything by hand with a potato masher. But you can use the back of a large fork or a spoon, something like that, to get it. Next thing is, season your mashed avocado with salt and a little bit of lime. Don't fall prey to what most people will tell you, and that is, you have to add a lot of lime and lemon juice to it because that will keep it from turning dark during the party. It's true, the acid will retard the oxidation. Unfortunately, it'll completely kill the avocado flavor too. So all you have is just this limey mess there, I think. So one of my friends from Mexico come to the States, they're always incredulous about how much lime people put in guacamole here, because they don't understand it. They're looking for just a hint of lime to give it spark. But then you eat it quickly. You use it quickly. The one thing that will keep mashed avocado from turning dark more than anything is cold. Okay? It needs to be at room temperature. It needs to be cold. So make sure your avocado, your guacamole is very cold before you serve it. And I would say serve it in a vessel that you can pack some ice underneath it or something. That's what will keep it firm during the party.